This is brand new. We've never done this before for Blackathon. What up, my channel? Welcome back to another video. I'm Jessie, and you're watching. Yo, call me breadsticks because I cannot. It is finally time to announce the annual Blackathon.
And yo,
it is about to be real. So much planning. I literally had a 2-day no sleep planning session. Okay, you know that meme of Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia when he's got the whiteboard and he's all of this data and red string and he's just looking crazed.
That was me trying to plan this Blackathon.
This year, I wanted it to be bigger and better than never before, and I think we may have succeeded. Those of you who are not familiar with Blackathon, Blackathon is a readathon that I created, I believe, in 2019, in February of 2019, and it was such a phenomenal time. A readathon where we read exclusively books by Black authors, and it is just a way to celebrate the beauty of Black stories, the diverse array of narratives that Black people across the diaspora are telling. It is a celebration of Blackness and Black storytelling in all of its forms, and it was the absolute highlight of that entire year for me. And so every single year we've brought the Blackathon back, and it changes a little every year, but the one thing that stays constant is that each year it gets bigger, and it is just so wild. Like, Penguin Teen has written articles about us for the last 2 years. It has grown so much outside of my channel and what it means for me personally, and I love that y'all are so excited about it. I've been getting messages asking if Blackathon is happening this year, and yes, it is. So without any further ado, let us get into all of the goodies about Blackathon this year. There is going to be some changes. There's going to be things that are staying the same. There's going to be competitions. There's going to be 24-hour readathon.
There's a lot.
Let's just get into it. As previously mentioned, Blackathon is an annual readathon where we celebrate Black voices in literature. Now, this readathon lasts the entire month of February, and this year there will be 4 teams. Each of these 4 teams will have 3 prompts as well as a group book. Prompt 1 focuses on the concept of duality. Prompt 2 is a diversity and/or inclusivity prompt. Prompt 3 is a prompt that is challenging or wacky. And then prompt 4 is the group book. So in addition to that, there are 4 different ways that you can participate on YouTube. You are free to do all of the YouTube challenges. You are free to just pick 1 or 2, or just to pick 1. You can customize this readathon in any way that serves you. That is why I designed this readathon to be so big, is so that people can take what serves them and leave what doesn't. All of the information I'm going over is going to be linked in the description box below via a Google document, and it has all of this information, so you don't have to worry about like staying focused on every single thing that I'm saying. But I'm just going to be going through that document in this video with y'all and just talking you through it. Please do not feel overwhelmed. Like I said, the purpose of this is to just make it so that y'all can participate in a way that is accessible and welcoming for each of you as individuals. So the first way to participate is the month-long challenge, which means that this challenge lasts all 28 days of February. The 4 teams are as follows. We have Team Science Fiction Fantasy with Starla of Starla Enjoys returning for a 2nd year as our co-host. Prompt 1, a book that explores the duality of loyalty and betrayal. Number 2 is a book with trans spectrum representation. Prompt 3 is a book between 312 and 387 pages. And prompt 4 is the group book, which is Escaping Exodus by Nicky Drayden. Escaping Exodus is a story of a young woman named Seske, heir to the command of a biological city-sized starship carved up from the insides of a space-fearing beast. Next up, we have Team Thriller Horror Mystery, which I will be returning as the co-host for, and the prompts are as follows. Prompt number 1 is to read a book that explores the duality of vengeance and justice. Prompt number 2 is a book with mental, physical health, and/or neurodivergent representation. Prompt number 3 is a book with an adjective in the title. And prompt number 4 is our group book. The group book I've selected is The Perfect Ruin by Shanora Williams. This is a thriller that is on Scribd. It is from a debut author and it just did not get hype, and so I want to make sure that we get to read it. I'm so excited. This is essentially about a girl who had a very happy childhood, but tragedy strikes and her childhood takes a turn. Fast forward to her in her 20s when she's struggling and still trying to put her life back together when she encounters Lola, the woman responsible for destroying her life. And so this is a book about her trying to infiltrate Lola's inner elite circle and causing all kinds of mayhem. The group book satisfies prompts 1, 3, and 4. I'm not sure if it has disability representation. I won't know until I read it, unfortunately. So if you do know, let me know in the comment section down below. Then we have Team Literature Nonfiction Contemporary, which is going to be hosted by none other than Shane of Luxurious Blue. I absolutely love Shane. He is just a ball array of sunshine, and I'm so excited that he is going to be joining us as a co-host this year. Now, the prompts for this team are as follows. Prompt 1 is a book that explores the duality of blood and found family. Prompt 2 is a book that is not set in the United States, the UK, or Canada. Prompt 3 is a book with neon on the cover. And prompt 4 is to read the group book, which is none other than Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Jayne Allen. This book has received some love on Bookstagram in last year, but pretty much none on BookTube, and so I wanted to make sure we're reading it because it sounds pretty phenomenal. I'm going to be reading it myself. This is a book about Tabitha, who is a 33-year-old Black woman who is just like the epitome of having her life together. She's got it all down. She's got it all planned out. But when she receives a life-changing medical diagnosis, everything that she had planned for herself is up in the air. This book is from a debut novelist and also has chronic illness representation. Now we have to talk about the brand new team that is being introduced this year, 2022. Last year, so many people commented and said that they really wanted a team romance. But that's what you are getting in 2022. Romance readers, get your books, get your TBRs ready. This year we are introducing Team Romance, which is going to be co-hosted by Chanelle of Chanelle Time. For Team Romance, prompt number 1 is a book that focuses on the duality of love and hate. Prompt number 2 is a book that features a romance between 2 Black people. Prompt number 3 is a book that has a book on the cover. And prompt 4 is to read the group book, which is none other than The Sweetest Remedy by Jayne Icaro. Look how beautiful this book is. Look how freaking gorgeous. I believe this is Jayne Icaro's debut novel, but I'm not certain. In this book, we are following Hannah Bailey, whose life is turned upside down when her father is killed, and she flies to Nigeria in order to attend his funeral. However, there she encounters his prestigious family, who is kind of hell-bent on keeping her out of their circle, but she also encounters a very, very fine man. Those are the teams, the prompts, the co-hosts. In addition to this, we are going to be having a team competition. This is brand new. We've never done this before for Blackathon. So the team that reads the most pages overall wins Blackathon this year. Basically, just keep count of the pages that you read and then submit them at the end of the month, and we're gonna add up all those totals, and the team who read the most pages gets bragging rights until next year. We still have yet to figure out how to create an easy way for y'all to submit the pages that you have read. So please comment down below if you know, and then I will update that and leave it in a pinned comment. We also will be having reading sprints from each host to help you get to your goal. The sprints will also help for competition purposes, but the biggest reason that we're doing sprints is so that we can make sure that we are building community. The pandemic has been so painful and traumatizing and isolating in literal and emotional ways. And part of the reason why I wanted the Blackathon to be so big this year is because for 2 years, we have been robbed of community. Now, the Blackathon live show is going to take place on February 27th, so mark your calendars. The time is to be announced. And yes, you can combine prompts. So you can use one book to satisfy multiple prompts. That is a-okay. Next, let's talk about the week-long challenge. This is the second way that you can participate here on YouTube. The week-long challenge takes place the week of February 7th to February 13th, and you can participate by uploading a vlog for each day, or just uploading a vlog for that entire week, or not uploading a vlog at all and just reading the prompts. The weekly challenge is a really good option for people who can't commit to doing the month-long challenge but still want to participate. It's also really good for people who just prefer not to join a team. But keep in mind, you are still welcome to participate in both the monthly challenge and the weekly challenge. It's not an either or situation. Personally, the weekly challenge is my favorite part of Blackathon, like every single year. I absolutely love it. Day 1's challenge is to read 100 pages. Day 2's challenge is to talk about your favorite book and movie with a Black protagonist. And if you don't have one, just talk about a book and movie that you would like to read and watch. Watch a film directed by a Black person. Number 4 is to take the Black media quiz and test your knowledge of Black pop culture. I'm excited for y'all to share your results. I'm excited to take it myself. Starla is going to be building the quiz and I'm so excited. For those of you who are able, listen to an episode of the Nightlight podcast. This is a Black horror podcast and it is free. Link in the description. It is essentially a podcast where Black people from all around the world, Black authors, tell their horror stories, their fictional horror stories, and it is so good. It is hosted by Chanelle, who I just absolutely love. Number 6's challenge, for those of you who are able, is to listen to the following 3 spoken word poems. They are all fairly short, so listen to these 3 poems and react to them. Tell us what your favorite is. Tell us how they made you feel. Day 7's challenge is to draw a book cover by a Black author from memory. You can also participate in a third way by joining our 24-hour readathon. The 24-hour readathon will run from February 12th to February 13th, midnight to midnight in your own time zones. All you have to do for it is read books from the Black diaspora for 24 hours. Mika is a busy girl, and she and I are talking about whether or not she's going to be one of the co-hosts for the readathon, so definitely stay tuned. And the 4th way to participate is by simply reading Black diasporic books. Even if you read 1 book, that counts as Blackathon participation in my opinion. Now let's talk about the ways that you can participate on Instagram. Instagram will have a month-long challenge, all the same teams and prompts, as well as a weekly challenge. The weekly challenge takes place on February 7th to February 13th, and all you have to do to participate is to post on your feed or in your story according to the following prompts. But be sure to use the hashtag Blackathon 2022 so that the hosts can see your posts and reshare. I love resharing the posts that y'all tag for Blackathon. I always do it every single year. So make sure you're using Blackathon 2022 and not just plain Blackathon so that I can see your new posts. You are more than welcome to join multiple teams. However, you are only allowed to submit pages for 1 team. On day 1, you're supposed to post about a Black author who is at the top of your TBR. On day 2, you are supposed to rock an outfit that is inspired by a Black author's book cover. On day 3, post a stack of your favorite Afrocentric books. On day 4, share a quote from a Black author that you love. On day 5, post about a book that is not set in the US, UK, or Canada. Number 6, post a book by a Black author with disability neurodivergent representation. And on day 7, post about a book that has Black queer representation. Now, our co-hosts for the teams are as follows. Team Science Fiction Fantasy over on Instagram is going to be hosted by Ari of Boriqueer Reads. Team Thriller Horror Mystery is going to be hosted by Nina of The Wandering Reader. Team Literature Contemporary Nonfiction will be hosted by Anna of Never Without a Book. And Team Romance will be hosted by Fadzwa of Word Wonders. Another big change that we are having this year is that instead of just doing watch-alongs that we do on every Saturday, because that's how it's been for the last 3 years in a row, we are having Netflix parties. We are going to get to have Netflix parties once a week in February. Every Saturday in February, we will be watching a movie by a Black director with a Black protagonist, and the times are going to be staggered in order to accommodate those of you who live in different time zones. On February 5th at 11 a.m. CST, we will be watching Mudbound. Then on February 12th at 3 p.m. CST, we will be watching The Five Bloods. February 19th at 6 p.m. CST, we will be watching See You Yesterday. And February 26th at 9 p.m. CST, we will be watching Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Make sure that you are tracking our Twitter, which is Blackathon1, in order to see updates, links, any potential changes. And then again, don't forget that the hashtag is Blackathon 2022. Now, the links to all of the hosts are also in the Google Doc below, the links to the YouTube hosts as well as the Instagram hosts. I've been talking with Mika about co-hosting for the 24-hour readathon. She's a busy girl, but we are trying to make our schedules work. So you will likely, potentially, hopefully be seeing sprints or 24-hour readathon from Mika.
We will see.
Wow. I just can't wait. I really hope that this Blackathon feels big and inclusive. That was also part of why I did the Netflix party this year, is because I really want that communal feeling. That's so important to me. We're all in different places. We're in different places physically. We're in different places with our lives. But I still feel like the Blackathon is an opportunity for us to come together in a way that is safe and loving and full of growth and expansion. And I'm so excited. Do not forget about mixed race authors. Do not forget about non-US based authors. Let's make sure that we're not only reaching for Black American stories, right? I will link my queer Black book representation video down below if you would like some suggestions. And don't worry, Queer Blackathon is going to be happening this year on Juneteenth as well. Now, comment down below and let us know what you are the most excited about for this readathon. Let us know how you are going to be participating. Are you going to do the month-long challenge? Are you also going to do a week on Instagram? I am going to be doing pretty much everything. I'm doing the month-long challenge. I am doing the sprints, the 24-hour readathon. I'm also doing the weekly challenge here on YouTube. I don't know if I will be posting on Instagram for the week, but I do have some really fun Instagram content planned, just like last year. And I will be reposting and boosting whatever posts that y'all make on Instagram for Blackathon 2022. Comment down below, let me know if you're going to be joining my team, Team Horror, Thriller, Mystery. I'm so excited. We're about to be the best team. We're about to get the most pages read. We are about to get it. So another thing that I need from y'all, I need y'all to help me plan this content because we only have 2 weeks before February hits, yeah? So there's only so many promotional videos for Blackathon that I can get out. I'm gonna run through some videos that I have been thinking of making before February 1st, and I just want y'all to comment down below and let me know what you were the most interested in watching and what is going to be like the most beneficial to you for planning your own Blackathon. I did a Black book scavenger hunt last year. That'll be linked down below. Do you want to see me do another edition of that? I also did a Blackathon tag. I've done that in the past. That will be linked down below. Do you want to see another one of those? Do you want to see Black thriller, horror, mystery book recommendations specifically? Especially for those of you who are on Team Thriller. Would you like to see an overall Blackathon recommendations video? Mind you, like, I'm not doing romance book recommendations. I don't read romance. I don't very much like romance. So the Sweetest Remedy is going to be my romance of the month, okay? And like that we're all gonna have to be happy with that. And if there's any other kind of content that you want to see me make for Blackathon, please comment down below. Let me know, and I will do my best to work it into my roster if it is doable. Last year, I did a really big Black author book haul, which will be linked in the description box down below. I also would love to know, do you want to see me daily vlog like I did for the very first Blackathon that I introduced in 2019? Do you want to see that daily vlog come back? Let me know. 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 There's a Blackathon playlist link down below. That will be there, as well as like literally all of the links. So just check out the description box. That is going to be your friend. Thank you so much for watching another Bowties and Books production. If you made it to the end of this behemoth of a video, why don't you leave the fist emoji? I'm so freaking excited. Let me know what books you are the most excited about. Or do you want to see me recommend like my favorite books by Black authors? I don't know. There is so much content that I want to make, like, you guys. Help me. Help me. Help me. I'm gonna run so that I can edit this video and get it up tomorrow, but all my social media links will be in the description box below, as well as the links to my Patreon where I post patron exclusive content. I'm about to film a video where I talk about my biggest book review pet peeves, aka things that book reviewers say in their reviews that get on my very last nerve. Bye!